But when it comes to the actual testing, the testing procedures, you know, I pretty much live in the dyno room, and he pretty much lives in the racetrack. He tests both cars with his mine and his. He spends a lot of time over at Wonderful Drag Racing making passes, and that's why he's the best. He's good. He does it a lot, and he's just he's very well rounded.
Employment. You worked for Joe Gibbs Racing in the dyno room there. How much are you guys bumping up against the limits of pushrod V8 engines? I'm hearing that one of them in Houston turned 10.3 before valve train kind of stopped and the piston come up to meet it at speed.
Well, I think that 10.3 is probably fairly commonplace now. So I don't think we're at the limits at all. I think there's still a very fertile field. There's a lot left. We just got to be smart enough to go out there and find it. You know, we're working on it every day. It's tough. Right now we're kind of struggling a little bit, but you know, we'll get there. And the goal is by any time, you know, we want to be bad to the bone and go out there and give these guys enough for their money.
Now, you know, the nitro guys can play with percentages. Basically, you guys get the gasoline. How do you get that little ace in the hole there? So when you need to really put the power down, you got it.
Well, our motto is basically no stone unturned. I mean, it takes every single piece of the engine. We've got people that are thinking about all aspects of it constantly, and that's what it takes. And even then, you can't be the best all the time. It's tough. Right now, there's a lot of fast cars out there, but we work on every single aspect of the engine.
Where do you really want to pin the ears back and just put the jets on max and just count? Where do you look forward to doing that?
Well, Vegas is always fun, actually, but I think this year for us, the place that we're probably going to want to shine as much as anywhere is Charlotte. You know, Charlotte's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be our home track and in front of all the Cup guys, so we're excited about going there.
Okay. Everybody I talk to is kind of jacked up for the Carolina Nationals in September. Everybody, to a driver.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's going to be great. It's going to be probably the nicest track on the tour, so we're really excited about it. The fact that it's less than 20 miles from home makes it even better.
So that's always a good thing. Never a bad thing to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah,
and of course,
that's great.
And a lot of the people in the business, of course, work in the Sprint Cup and Nationwide and the Truck Series, and they don't kind of understand. They kind of think what happens out here is kind of a black art, but it's horsepower. It's the application of horsepower, 1,200 of them at a time.
Yeah, the engine guys get it, that's for sure. And you better have more than 1,200 too, or you're in deep trouble.
1,200? Two 4-barrel carburetors. 8-cylinder, 500 cubic inches, and you're making more than 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah, you better be making a lot more than 1,200.
About 14?
Yeah, you better be close to it.
14?
Yep.
That's pretty stout. That's pretty stout. Almost 200 horsepower per cylinder.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's not enough either. I'm trying to find more.
Okay. That engine assembly, and he's telling me almost 1,400 horsepower out of that big V8 engine. You probably got to have wrist pins built. About as big as this truck to get him through here.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. I guess that's kind of what everybody thought years ago. The lighter part we can put in there, the better these things will run. But they just start making so much power and so much cylinder pressure, you can't put the lightweight stuff in there anymore. So now it's kind of a balancing act of how heavy duty a part you got to put in there, yet still be as light as you can. So it's all going up with the power level. You got to be stronger with all your parts as you go up. So you can't just throw in the lightweight parts. So it's been an interesting turn in the last few years, a different way of thinking, to be honest with you.
We're here at Las Vegas in the field of 16. Yesterday the Bear got you. Today you got the Bear with two pretty good runs in the heat of the day.
Yeah, we definitely made a comeback today. It's certainly not the place we want to come and stumble, and we stumbled yesterday, so that put a little extra pressure on us. We got plenty of pressure when we come here alone, with the Summit race and Ken Black's hometown, and we've always shined here. We've always done well here, so kind of caught us by surprise. We made a couple of mistakes yesterday, got behind the 8 ball, and usually when that happens, it kind of puts a kink in the rest of the weekend. So I think we got it ironed out today. We got the ship righted, and hopefully we're looking good for tomorrow, which is what race day. You got to bring her tomorrow, and I think we're ready to go to battle tomorrow.
Well, 2 weeks. You go to Atlanta. probably a little bit cooler. What from if you can remember some notes about that, what does that like? Does that like a lot of horsepower, a lot of handling? Which?
Well, it's a little bit of both, to be honest with you. And Atlanta can be either cool, can be hot. We've had both there, so you're starting to get into the time where everything starts warming up. You get a lot of pollen on the racetrack this time of year. That makes the racetrack a little slippery. Another one of them variables, So it ends up being a battle to match the power level to that racetrack down there, which is what brings these crew chief into play big time. That's what they like. They like a challenge. Atlanta's absolutely a good challenge for us, but it's still a great race. It's a great facility, and it'll get a lot of cars. There'll be a big deep field there, and you get back to that East Coast to see if car count goes up. So competition level will just keep rising.
Every driver I talk to can't wait for the Carolina Nationals, and I'm thinking you in that camp?
Yeah, you can count me in on that one. I live 2 miles from that racetrack, and it's quite a showpiece. I buzz over there every week or so and have a look at the progress that's going on. It is going to be spectacular, and I think what everybody's going to learn is how popular drag racing is, even in the root of NASCAR down there. We have a lot of respect for what they do. We pay attention to what they do. We like what they do. Like to watch them chance we get. They like to watch us too, and that's what everybody's going to learn. You're going to see a lot of those type of people out there. Racing's racing, to be honest with you. They appreciate what we do just as much as we appreciate what they do. So it's going to be a great deal. You're going to get the best of both worlds down there. That whole world of NASCAR is going to come see what the drag race is all about, and you'd be surprised how many people really follow drag racing and really love it.
Well, the thing about it that I see, and of course you see me in a lot of other places, I kind of like the way that they don't put you on a real short leash as far as the innovation go. They give you big wide fences to work in.
Yeah.
To innovate.
That's what we love about Pro Stock. That's why we race this class. It's not wide open, but it's the next thing to it, and that is different from NASCAR. There are a lot more restrictions on what they can do there. So that's why we like this so much. Any wild idea you come up with in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning, man, you write it down or you run to that shop, you can go make that part or go try it. And it's not going to get taken away by the NHRA at the next race. They let you flex your wings. They let you, be creative with whatever you want to do. That's why we race Pro Stock. That's what we love about it, and we hope it continues that way.
I think we got it, sir. Thank you very much.